本玉か？
We have another great anime from Studio Bones. Following great success One Punch Man accomplished worldwide in both manga and anime, everyone was thirsty for more. And what we got instead was Mob Psycho 100. It is a creation of One Punch Man's creator that calls himself One, and it is arguably an even better adaptation. It didn't shake the world the same way One Punch Man did, but let's be honest, a show that becomes that popular comes once in a decade. Even so, it gained a fairly big fan base that should not be neglected, and with the season 3 on the horizon, today I will answer the question of should you start watching Mob Psycho in 2021. We follow a teenager named Mob that possesses psychic powers. He is an introverted boy that works as a part-timer with a fraud psychic named Reagan. But Mob is oblivious to the fact that Reagan is not a true psychic, because Mob considers Reagan to be his sensei. Reagan uses Mob's immense powers in order to exorcise evil spirits that haunt Seasoning City. Together, they go on jobs such as dealing with a bike gang leader that haunts a tunnel, a pervert that haunts an all-girl high school, and a cult leader that wants to become a god by making everyone hysterically laugh. Psychic power source is their emotions, and there is a reason why this show is called Mob Psycho 100. Like One Punch Man, the name says it all. One Punch Man, one punch is enough to destroy anyone. Mob reaches his god mode when he is most emotional, and same goes for comedy in this show. It is funny, or maybe even funnier than what we saw in One Punch Man. The duo of Mob and Reagan are going on most wackiest of jobs. It is funny due to Mob thinking that Reagan is even stronger than he is. And I love the fact that the jokes don't overstay their welcome, they evolve over time. Though they are hilarious, we see jokes turn into some real character development over the course of 2 seasons. We see Mob struggle to fit into society, though he tries his best. He even joins Body Improvement Club. Mob meets many friends along the way, a ghost named Dimple that is looking like a flying fart, a fellow psychic that is so narcissistic, and a group of S-fers that want to rule the world. With his kindness, Mob shows Dimple that he doesn't really have to be a douchebag. He shows Tereki that he doesn't have to rely on his powers by literally stripping him away of everything, his pride, and even his clothes. And to the group of S-fers, that their powers are not the only thing that is interesting about them. Mob Psycho made me laugh constantly, but that was not the point of the show. If I want to laugh, I can watch funny cat videos on the internet as well. But what Mob Psycho did is that it made me think, and for that, for the story of Mob Psycho, I have to give it 9.4 out of 10. Animation in Mob Psycho is simply phenomenal. Though it's nowhere as good as season 1 of One Punch Man, fight scenes still look amazing. But the budget didn't only go towards the fight scenes. The show looks great overall. Art style, on the other hand, is unique and makes the whole show even funnier at times. But it takes some time to get used to. It looks like a mix of regular show and One Punch Man, which sounds great in my opinion. Over-the-top action sequence in a fight with Reagan and a claw is probably one of the funniest anime scenes of all time. And for animation and art style, I have to give it 9.0 out of 10. Opening in Mob Psycho looks like an LSD trip, and it sounds like one at that. And it will be stuck in your head for days until you eventually add it to your playlist. Second one, on the other hand, looks great but is nowhere near as catchy as the first one. The looks and vibe of it reminds me of a game such as Katamari Damacy. Endings are kinda sad and it fit into the same old thing every anime gives us. Opening is energetic while ending wants us to end it all. OST I would love to point out is one with the kazoo. It made kazoo sound ominous and badass, which is really hard to do. All of the music you can find here, and I would love to give you a sneak peek of it, but
you know the rules, so do I.
So for music in Mob Psycho, I will give 9.2 out of 10. There is not a single bad thing that I can say about the voice acting. Everything is done phenomenal, both sub and dub. And it's one of the best voice acted shows out there. And for that, I have to really give it a high score of 10 out of 10. Mob Psycho is one of those shows that everyone has to watch, not only for its comedy, but also for its story. And after watching Mob Psycho, it made me hungry for more, which led me to give it the highest score so far of 9.4 out of 10. Hope you liked this video, and if you did, please don't forget to smash that like button. Tell me if you agree or disagree with me in the comments down below. Also, you can suggest what anime you want me to cover next. And if you want to support the channel, the best way to do so is by hitting that subscribe button and of course ringing that bell. Hope you're all healthy and well, and until the next time, see ya!